Welcome back, everybody. Well, our next guest says the best way to get ahead in life is to put on the brakes. Everyone, please welcome award-winning author Carl Honoré.
Welcome to the show. Welcome. Great to have you here. So we're just really excited about this topic because it's something that we don't do. We don't move slowly, and your whole belief is that this culture needs to slow down a little bit. So let's talk about what slow culture is.
Sure. Well, slow culture is not doing everything at a snail's pace. It's not about everything moving in slow motion. That would be absurd. I love speed. You know, speed can be great.
Yeah.
The slow philosophy of the slow revolution is about doing things at the right speed. So understanding that there are moments to be fast, but there are also moments to put on the brakes, right? It's about relearning the lost art of shifting gears. It's about doing everything not as fast as possible, but as well as possible. Very simple idea, but once you change that chip in your head, it revolutionizes everything you do, from the way you eat, work, make love, or host a TV program.
Okay, so and you're not just talking about meditation. You're not just saying, okay, you know, meditate today. It's like all aspects of your life. There's many different ways that you can start to slow everything down, and there's health benefits to this as well. There's a lot of benefits. Let's go through some of those benefits.
Well, I think health is where you start, isn't it? I mean, we're all exhausted, aren't we? We all stumble from one coffee cup to the next just to get through our days.
That is so true. Are we all in there? We're all
very true. It sounds horrifyingly familiar, doesn't it? And we don't sleep enough because we get into bed and we can't sleep. We're wired. And then we get up early, you know. So I think there's a lot of health to be brought back into the equation when you slow down. But I think also you're better at work. You know, you make fewer mistakes. You're able to think creatively. I mean, psychologists have identified what they call slow thinking, which is that deep, reflective, nuanced stuff that goes on when you're relaxing. You know, our best ideas never come when we're juggling 9 emails or racing to meet a 5 o'clock deadline. When do they come? They come when we're soaking in the bath or strolling in the park with our phone turned off, right?
But if you think about this, I mean, is this lifestyle really for everyone? I mean, if you're a busy mom at home or something like that, I mean,
you're chasing 4 kids. They're fast.
You're saying slow down.
Everyone slow down because mommy has to slow down.
Like how do you
I think that it is, but there's not a kind of one size fits all. Obviously, a mom who's dealing with 4 kids at home is going to find different ways to reconnect with her inner tortoise than a CEO running a big company in Bay Street, right? There are different ways to put the philosophy into practice, but the basic idea holds steady for everyone, that slower is sometimes better than faster. It's a very simple idea, really.
And you've got a great story about your son and the slow movement.
Oh, yeah.
That was very interesting,
That's kind of where it all started for me. I was a card-carrying road runner. I was speed reading bedtime stories to my son, skipping pages, you know.
Oh, because you're right.
In fact, I became
quality time, not quantity time.
I became an expert in what I dubbed the multiple page turn technique. look at all the words out there,
people.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
They're all laughing, so that means they've all done it if they have kids.
So I'm speed reading
Snow White. So you really
White.
go from page 1 to page 6?
Sometimes, 4.
Cinderella was working for the evil stepwoman. And she got married. Look at that.
And that's why my son was saying, you know, why are there only 3 dwarves in the story? You know? What happened to Grumpy? And we were constantly at loggerheads over this, what should have been a really gentle, sacred ritual of a dad reading a story to his son. And the moment of truth came when I found myself flirting with buying a book I heard about in an airport called The 1 Minute Bedtime Story.
Wow. There's a real thing.
It exists, and it's essentially Snow White boiled down to 60 seconds. And I read that, and I thought, hallelujah! You know, I'm going to download that tomorrow now. I need a Wi-Fi signal. But thankfully, I had a second wave, and it was the light bulb over the head moment. I thought, wow, am I really in such a hurry that I'm prepared to fob off my son with a soundbite?
That's exactly it. Then you start to realize the importance of the time that you're spending with him. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, but before we go, can we just talk briefly about your new book? This is a great one. It's The Slow Fix. Now, it's a little bit different than what we're talking about. Tell us about that.
Well, the slow revolution has gone in so many different directions. Slow food, slow sex, slow design, slow fashion, slow work, slow tech, whatever. And I wanted to narrow the lens with this book and look at how we tackle problems, difficult problems, because we live in a carousel of quick fixes now. And quick fixes don't work, you know. No box of chocolates has ever mended a broken relationship. No drone strike has ever taken out a terrorist organization. No pill has ever cured a chronic illness. You know, there's no such thing as one tip to a flat stomach, is there? Right?
That's it. Oh, believe me, I know that.
Join the club.
I'm wearing a man-girl Leslie speak. And that is slowing me down a little bit, I'm not going to lie.
And so the slow fix is looking at what the alternative to the quick fix is. So how do we bring patience, depth, real quality to the way we tackle problems, our health, relationships, but also work, politics, poverty, big questions as well as small ones.
Wonderful stuff. Well,
and to slow us all down, Carl's brought a copy of The Slow Fix for everyone in the audience today, guys, to get you started. Fantastic read, totally.
All right, we're going to take a very quick break, everybody, but when we come back, Carl is going to share tips for breaking our Rushaholic lifestyle. Have you noticed how slow I did that? I did it nice and slow and calm.
Well done.
But don't go for long, because we're going to be right back, okay?
So that's what we're talking about.
This is great stuff.
Stand in front of the microwave now. Hey, everybody. everybody. We are back with author Carl Honoré, and he's got tips for slowing right down. And I guess even before we get into them, before the break, we were talking about some extreme speed activities.
Yeah, well, I think now that we're all so pumped up on adrenaline and so impatient that we're even speeding up things that are supposed to be slow. So there's a gym near my house in London which runs an evening course in speed yoga. Now, which for time-starved professionals who want to salute the sun and bend their bodies into lotus position, but they want to do it in 20 minutes instead of an hour, right?
I love that speed yoga. It's like putting yoga in a microwave.
It's like turbo yoga.
All right, so this is great. You've got some really great tips here for slowing down our alcoholic, Rushaholic lifestyle.
Slow down the drinking.
I'm talking about myself here. Clearly, I had too many before I started this.
You just stole one of my tips.
Drink more. The first one is breathe.
Breathe, yeah, it's something we forget to do. We get so fast, we breathe very shallow, and the body has this wonderful slowing mechanism, which is if we take deep breaths and reoxygenate, it just lowers the heart rate.
That's right.
And blood pressure comes down, and immediately you get a kind of instant slow payoff. And people say, I can't slow down, everything's so fast, my boss won't allow it, but no boss is going to stop you breathing deeply at your desk. In fact, he or she might even celebrate it and join.
You just say, just take a deep breath, and the blood pressure will go down
and right
automatically.
Away, that's a kind of quick,
that's a
slow
great
tip in a way.
Great health benefit. Okay.
The next one you say speed audit. What does that mean?
I think of the speed audit as keeping an eye on your speedometer throughout the day. So every once in a while when you're doing something, just stop and say, am I doing this at the right speed or am I doing it too fast?
Okay.
Right.
Very easy.
And give us an example of something like that, because I'm trying to think of where I would put that into my life.
Driving.
Okay, well, that I should do for sure. But we have police officers for that chase me around.
Well, no, but even a lot of times you're not even conscious. Sometimes you think, I've been driving for half an hour. Did I even remember? You don't remember seeing those last exits. You know, you kind of just get in this haze.
You get in this speed zone.
Goes up. But okay, just in day-to-day life at work or at home, what would you think? When should we do that?
Well, I think even just walking down the street, you know, or eating your evening meal. You know, we come home from work, we're all pumped up, we're eating as though we're on a deadline.
Right,
and we don't think about it. And sometimes it's enough just to stop and say, what speed is this? And do you find it's the wrong speed? Go back to eating a little more slowly.
Yeah.
Very simple.
You know, Stephen's mother eats so slowly, and you know, she eats a lot less than everybody else. We'll have 3 plates inhaled, and Stephen's mother will still be on her first one.
Yes.
And you know, she's so slim, and she looks fantastic, and it's because she eats slowly and takes her time. Yeah. I mean, I've got 3 plates, and I'm burping like, you know, it's just I've got gas. And it's just a mess, you know? Yeah. Okay, so the next one.
Next one you say, downsize your calendar.
Yeah, I think that we have a kind of neurotic relationship with time. We see empty holes in our calendar.
Yes.
We squeeze something in.
Absolutely.
We panic. We think, oh no.
Absolutely.
And what I think a first step towards slowing down is looking at your calendar, pinpointing the one thing. Do this now. Pinpoint the one thing in the next week that's not actually that important, because we fill our schedules up with fluff that's not that important.
Absolutely.
Pick one thing, drop it.
Just take one out.
Just one thing out. And you'll be surprised how easy it is to do that. And right away, you let some oxygen into your day, into your schedule.
Don't pick the kids up after work. Take it out.
Right, yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so the next one is unplug, which is I think, I applause. Who here needs to unplug? I mean, I think we all have to, we all have so many things.
Especially kids nowadays.
Oh, everybody.
You know,
and it starts so young. You know, when 8-year-old, our niece and nephew, they're 8 and they want a cell phone. And I'm like, why? I mean, you know. They want an iPad. They want a cell phone. They're 8, but they want all these things that their parents have.
These things are hugely addictive, and they're wonderful as well. I have all the gadgets, but they all come with a little red button that says off.
Yeah. Right.
And if you don't use that button, they start to backfire on you. And you find, I mean, there was a survey came out recently that said that up to 25% of us now interrupt lovemaking to answer an email, or read a tweet, or. I mean, how does that even... Or update our Facebook page, you know?
Right.
I'm getting, you know, status, I'm getting it on, you know, something. And so I guess a big part of slowing down is getting a more balanced relationship with our gadgets. So start off, if you find it very hard to unplug, start off by saying, okay, I'm going to take half an hour a day. And maybe it's a half an hour that you wake up in the morning and instead of getting straight into your inbox, you get up, you have a shower, you have breakfast, and then half an hour later you look. Maybe at lunch hour you take that half an hour, get away from your desk, or it's the half an hour after you come back from work. You come in the house, you don't get on the company mainframe, you just put the phone down, and you have a chat with your partner.
And
or
turn off the TV.
Children.
Turn off everything in the house for a little bit of time.
And then the last one you have here, find a slow ritual.
Yeah, I think that we all have rituals or activities that help us to slow down. And it could be gardening, it might be yoga, it might be cooking. For me, it's cooking. I love to cook.
For me, it's drinking.
Knitting.
I love to drink.
But I drink and cook, so I'm kind of multitasking.
What a nice idea, too. Yes, multitasking.
So it's find that ritual that works for you as a break, that inoculates you against that virus of hurry, and try and make sure you build it into your day, or at least into your week, and make that, ring fence that time off so it doesn't get overrun by all the other sort of allegedly urgent stuff that just, you know, because we end up putting the urgent ahead of the important in everything we do.
What do you all think? This is great. We need to do this, don't we?
Great information, Carl. And guys, go online because we created this printable version here, Slow Down, Live Better. You know, hang it on your fridge, your cubicle at work.
Put it on your microwave.
On your microwave. Remind yourself of all these points.
Slow it down.
Brilliant.
Really wonderful topic. Thank you so much for being with us today. Great advice.